Hello, and welcome to a broadcast produced by friends of Terry Virgil. I'm Terry Virgil, your host and producer of this program. And today's episode is U.S. Senator Ted Cruz promotes the Libertarian Party. In all reality, when you got to look at certain things and you review certain things and you decided to take a look at what's going on with the Republican Party and the Marxist Party, or formerly known as the Democratic Party, you got to look at what Ted Cruz did at the Republican Party. In all ways, no, he's not going to promote Donald Trump. That was a foregone conclusion before the Republican Party even started. And absolutely, in one way, what Ted Cruz said was, vote for whoever you feel like across the board, which means vote for the Libertarian Party. We happen to know that Ted Cruz has a lot of libertarian ideas in him as he speaks. Maybe now we might be able to see Ted Cruz coming over and switching to the Libertarian Party. It's a good possibility. Yes, getting booed like he did might have been the best thing for the Libertarian Party. And the thing that you could look at here as the Libertarian Party could go about would be to say, now we can see former Governor Gary Johnson out of New Mexico climbing aboard and becoming the next president of the United States of America. In all reality, I look at all the polls that are out there too, and all of them really favor either the Republicans or Democrats, but there's one key issue that I've been looking at. The small number of 20%. 20% of Americans, believe it or not, will be voting for former Governor Gary Johnson of New Mexico. Now that United States Senator from Texas, Ted Cruz, has given a boost to this, now it's time for us to keep it on and keep it going. Keep the Libertarian Party movement going in the right direction. I understand that I've been looking at and reviewing the primaries very closely. And yes, I saw the name calling. I disregard the name calling when it comes to political candidacy, unless you are a Marxist. Then I come out and I bring you aboard and show you exactly what you're doing. Or should I say Marxist/Democrat? Because I could say it that way, because it's all truth. But when I reviewed Ted Cruz's speech, I can understand a few things too, like Heidi Cruz getting taken out of the convention, because they don't want any harm to go to her. They don't even want to do any harm to U.S. Senator Ted Cruz. If he wants to holler foul when it comes towards the Republican Party, I think if he does that, that'll boost the Libertarian Party. Anytime you got people sitting out the Republican Party, such as what Ted Cruz is really kind of doing, he kind of made a speech about that. Or you got U.S. Senator from Arizona, and I can't think of his name right now. I'm sorry about that. I apologize for that one. Sitting out the convention. Of course, we know the Bushes are just crying on the floor like they're in a candy shop with their parents, wanting candy all the time. That's a pretty good thing to do. Now we got Hillary Clinton walking around like she's some kind of demon trying to make all kinds of witchcraft ideas about the Republican Party. She's all over Ohio. I was looking at another thing too about U.S. Senator Ted Cruz promotes the Libertarian Party. Listen to his words once. Listen to what he has said. I personally do not like federal income tax, and I know for a fact that it's a violation of the U.S. Constitution, Article 1, Section 8, paragraph, I believe it's paragraph 1 through 20. I believe it's paragraph 20, by the way, where it states that all the bills have to be paid before Congress can even go on recess. It's kind of interesting. I was also looking at a few other comments that are made promoting the Libertarian Party at the Republican convention. And I think as libertarians, we ought to see these things that are coming about. What we're saying and what we said before the Republicans, we could use plagiarism and file plagiarism against the Republicans. But why? They're promoting us. Free advertisement. That would be a good idea, just to use them as free advertisement. I think it's time to take a look at a few things and get former Governor Gary Johnson in some of these debates, because here's why. At 20%, the National says 15%. Are they going to allow us in to speak at these debates or not and bring across our Libertarian Party ideas? We'll find out, because the latest polls that I've checked, they're at 20%. Now, the liberals are saying it's less than 15%. And it's kind of ironic that there's a 5% margin of error there. Usually it's 4%. And they'll allow that 4%. But they keep it at that 5% just to keep the Libertarian Party out. So it's time that we promote the idea of what Ted Cruz did. I absolutely think that he did the right thing. So he has a little problem with losing. No big deal. You get right back up and you start fighting again. Even though you lost, you still fight. You fight the good fight. I've heard those words before too. Believe it or not, they come from the scriptures. Fight the good fight. The Apostle Paul said it best. But in all reality, when you talk about Ted Cruz promoting libertarian ideas, he's done this throughout his whole campaign. He's done it while he was in Congress. I mean, not Congress, but U.S. Senate. I think, in reality, if the Libertarian Party were to approach United States Senator Ted Cruz, he'd climb aboard instantly. I know that in a lot of cases, I've heard Speaker of the House Paul Ryan say that there's only two parties out there in existence across America. He's a Republican, but he's a Republican that wants to control. He'll give you the right to own private property, but he wants to control your ownership. And usually, that's the way the Republicans are. Us libertarians, on the other hand, think like Ted Cruz with flat and fair tax. Matter of fact, I used the flat and fair tax idea in my political campaign when I was running for governor in the state of Wisconsin in 2010. I think that is the best way to deal with it. Flat and fair tax. Add a tax to the commodities and go from there. Let everybody pay for it. Pay the same. You got to have your commodities in order to exist or to live, however you want to put it. So you take that idea, and yes, it's a libertarian idea, flat and fair tax. I've heard United States Senator from Kentucky, Rand Paul, talk about this. I heard about even Ron Paul speak about the flat and fair tax. Matter of fact, if it wasn't for a friend of mine that got me into the Libertarian Party, I'd still be out there trying to figure out who I'm going to vote for. But then when I realized those ideas are the same as mine, it's a great thing to do. Be a good libertarian and listen to what's going out there politically. United States Senator Ted Cruz promotes the Libertarian Party. He does not promote voting for Democrats or Marxists like Hillary Clinton. He doesn't promote that. And I think it's a good idea that we do, as libertarians, pay attention to what they're saying. Because what they're saying in the Republican Party is that, and I understand this, that Mr. Trump would like to see change back, bring back freedom and liberty to America. Won't do it as a Republican. He'd do it as a libertarian, though. When we talk about trade, I would say this much when it comes to trading with countries like China. Ted Cruz had the right idea. Increase the tariff. Make them come to us. Make them be willing to change their policies to fit ours. That's the whole key. That's why it's a good idea to still be a republic, not a democracy. I hear that evil word democracy all across, and it's getting us no place. Well, my friends, my fellow libertarians, Republicans, Democrats, it's getting close to ending this program. And we're going to end it this way. Ted Cruz is a Christian. So I would say this much out of respect for Ted Cruz for promoting the Libertarian Party. To those who do not believe in Jesus Christ as your Lord and personal Savior, now would be the time to do it. Now would be the time to look at the different places to go to. Look and do your research in this area. And think about it. And to those who do not believe, to those who believe, just say this much. Look and seek. But now that we're coming to the very end of this program, and we're going to say it all the time, to both believer and non-believer alike, may the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord's face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. The peace that has surpassed all human understanding. Let's keep our hearts and